Hello, great people of the world. This is Zip. Welcome to Zip Tips, where we talk about crypto, mindset, and just what's going on in the markets, in the precious assets that we're invested in. I am a utility maxi, as I call myself. I'm invested in ISO 222 crypto, XRP, a lot of the ones that you can see on the screen right now. I believe in a diversified portfolio, and I look at things from a macro point of view, a long-term point of view. I am here for the long run, and that's what we're going to get into today. I hope everyone's doing okay after those market dips and where the market is at. We had a very bloody, if you would, Sunday, and we lost over $135 million of liquidity in the crypto market. And it just started to plunge. What caused that? Speculation is tariff talk and tariffs that Trump is putting on different countries and stuff. But I don't believe that has too much to play in the crypto market. I think it's emotional, and fear comes out and people start to sell and capitulate their positions. I hope none of you have done that. And I hope you're here for the long run. Again, a long view. And that's going to be the theme today. We're going to look at the markets and some of the different perspectives of the market. We're going to look at the long term and what Steph and some of the analysts have to say about the bull, the bull run. We're still in it to win it. And long term, everything is going to be just fine. And we're also going to look at something about tokenization with XRP and what came out from Robinhood in an analysis report that they had. But again, rough ride, rough Sunday. Yep, our portfolios are down, and this kind of pretty much paints the picture for that. Just funny little meme here. Crypto after the Trump inauguration, it's called. But yeah. It's it can be very disheartening. And one of the points of this channel is just to keep you looking towards the finish line in whatever assets you hold. Again, for me, it's ISO 222 assets with a diversified portfolio, XRP being one of my favorites. And I know where we're going long term. So interesting. Old Joel Katz here came out the other day, and did he forecast this dip? This came out January 30th. And again, David is always putting things out here on the on X, and it just makes you wonder. But let's watch this video that he put out January 30th. Now again, did my man have some kind of insight and know that the markets were going to take a dump, or was he just reading the markets just like we all do, and based upon the political environment, expect that there was going to be some red in the market? Don't know, but it was fun, and speculation was that he was telling us that he had called that. Sean McBride says this is not financial advice, but if you panic sold your crypto in the last couple of days, you're an idiot. Just saying. I don't know if I'd use that harsh a terminology, but the point is you don't want to capitulate and sell out of your environment. You want to hold strong. And again, part of why we go over the things that we go over on this channel, long term, everything is going our way. And we're going to have good weeks, bad weeks, but as the news comes out, the flip of the switch and the market could turn on a dime immediately, just with any news that were to come out. Coach JV kind of puts it into my sentiments exactly, but I'm not chasing the markets. I'm going to let them come to me, and I'm going to watch. Nature is unemotional. That's my investment thesis. I'm unemotional about the markets. I DCA in when there's a dip, which was a perfect opportunity for me to stack my bags up again, because the markets are in red, and buy additional assets that I believe in the future are going to do quite well. and be very profitable for me to create generational wealth in the future. Again, when you become present, unemotional, and move as nature does, you'll realize you were worthy all along. The bottom line is each and every one of us deserve what's coming to us, whether you've been in crypto for 2 months, 2 years, or 8 years, it doesn't matter. You've been holding, you're doing the hard work, you're watching this content, you're watching other content, you're learning and gaining the education and the confidence to understand what you hold to get us all through the finish line. Vandell, again, very good perspective here. Instead of asking what's happening with crypto, we're asking ourselves the wrong things and getting all caught up in irrelevant details. Let's focus on the big picture, the macro picture, where it's heading and how you should position yourself. That is key. What did you do when it dipped? Did you have fear? Did you sell? Or did you hold strong and maybe buy the dip, buy more HBAR, buy more XRP? Again, nothing I say is financial advice, but that's how you win in this market. Long-term vision. Smoke out here, always putting great content, and I use him a lot. I love his content. It keeps you up. But let's read through what he had to say about these markets and what is coming from an institutional perspective. This is the time of day where institutions release the most insightful publications on the crypto bull market. Speculative. Institutions want to keep us out, probably. Institutions are trying to mislead us. Very likely. Institutions will rig the game. Probably, absolutely. And what is your solution? To roll over and lose? Here's the truth. Complaining changes absolutely nothing. Again, it's your mindset and where you are in life. When you're down, you don't stay down. You work to get back up. Keep that mindset strong. Institutions thrive on our doubt, hesitation, and unwillingness to engage. They do not need to defeat you. They just need to defeat yourself by ignoring the answers they've hidden in plain sight. Again, mindset. That's why we're doing the research that we're doing. That's why you're watching content like this and other great content providers. The information is buried in PDFs, in documentation that most people are not going to read, and they're not going to research, and are not going to put out here on the YouTubes for you all folks to see, to keep you positive and know what you hold. Everything you need is already there. The rules, the plans, the strategies, they're all written down for those willing to look. It's being brought right to you. It's right in front of your eyes. And thank goodness for great people like Smoke and others out there that put this content out there to give us a future understanding of what we hold and where the market's going. So the question really is whether they're misleading you or rigging the game. It's about what you're going to do about it. Are you going to sit back, complain, and let their complexity overwhelm you? I know I'm not, absolutely not. And I know you're not going to either. Or are we going to dig in, read what they don't expect us to read, and finally give us the advantage? The bull market is coming and the institutions are ready. All of what we've been going over with for however many videos I put out there up to this given time, everything still holds true. Nothing has changed. Those are all still facts, and the institutions are coming, and we're going to be blessed very, very much if you hold on. Jeremy Hogan, very interesting perspective on the digital asset strategic reserves. Let's read through this and then talk about it a little bit. Let me just throw this out there. Jeremy says, a thought on XRP as part of the U.S. digital asset strategic reserve. Almost everyone on CryptoX is looking at the issue from a crypto perspective. And that's what we do. We get into our echo chambers and we look at it from our purview without thinking through the bigger picture sometimes. Is it decentralized? And that's what many of us and many of the conversations been going back and forth between the BTC maxis and the XRP army. A lot of the stimulus is it truly decentralized? How are the validators choosing, et cetera, et cetera? what he says is none of this really matters to the federal government. A strategic reserve is an asset like gold, like oil, that the government believes should hold in reserve in order to protect the people from something. If the US government chooses to hold XRP in a reserve or in a stockpile, it will be because they, the government, the big think tanks, the people that are moving behind the curtain in the scenes, they think there's a benefit there. It may be a hedge against some kind of future contingency. And maybe, just maybe, the US government has a greater insight into geopolitical events that would necessitate the need to have a store of XRP in the future than ZIP does. Some XRP enthusiast, or Joe Smith, a Bitcoin enthusiast. And just maybe the US government knows that if Ripple were to do anything to jeopardize the XRP network, it could simply take control of Ripple. He says, think World War II, or confiscate the XRP in escrow. Think how they confiscated gold. So again, when we're talking about these stockpiles, do you think the government is going to create a stockpile that they have absolutely zero control of? Absolutely not. And that's why, in my belief, I believe the strategic stockpile, the reserve, throw whatever tagline, whatever name you'd like to put to it, will be strong US-backed crypto, i.e. Ripple, i.e. HBAR, Hedera, i.e. Stellar, XLM, things that the government, that if things start to go sideways and malicious actors start to take advantage of that environment, they can take back control of it. And that's assuming that the government does the right thing at the same course, right? So yeah, double-edged sword there, but very interesting perspective by Jeremy Hogan. And I found it interesting, so I thought I'd throw it out here to you guys and see what you think. Put some comments out there on the YouTubes if you would. Colin Brown, again, let's look at the macro picture. What is going on with XRP? We know all of these folks are pending approval from the United States SEC for XRP ETFs, and it's coming. We just don't know when it's going to be coming. That XRP ETF, when one hits, it's going to be like a domino effect, and they're all going to start to hit, which again is going to add liquidity to the XRP market, just like we saw with Bitcoin, which means price increase, price go up. The reason why we're here in the long-term vision, macro view, we want that price to go up so we can exit and maybe get out of the markets. I recommend never exiting all of your position in XRP and some of these other highly good projects, confident projects, because of what's coming in the future with DeFi and some of the other passive income capabilities that will be coming. But you do you, Zip will do Zip, and I'll speak to what I'm doing, and then it's the choice is yours. But the XRP ETFs are coming, folks. Hold on for them. Don't get out of your positions. And again, Vandell puts out there, anyone saying the cycle is over has absolutely no clue what they're talking about. He's sorry if that truth hurts you, but that is the truth. We were just at the very beginning, and information is still coming out, and we're early in this run. And speaking of run, let's see what Steph is Crypto has to say. And basically what he's looking at here is he says XRP's volatility index is far from 2017 levels. XRP's real breakout has not even begun. And as we pull this up and we go back to 2017, when XRP had that crazy run up to its all-time high, look at what the volatility was then. And he's basically stating, at this point, the volatility has not even started. So we're just at the very, very beginnings. We've got a long way up before we see that much volatility. And if that is any sign of what is to come, he is still calling for a $30 XRP by the end of this cycle, not in weeks necessarily, but at the end of the cycle. So as all of these things come in and the institutions come in and the ETFs come in, $30 by the end of the bull run. That would not hurt my feelings. I'm sure it would not hurt any of yours as well. More on XRP. Smoke put out their January 2025 Robinhood document speaking on the tokenization and the success that Ripple's RWA has had on the XRPL. Hundreds of millions tokenized now, hundreds of billions is the next step. And let's look at that document here. So we see here the demand for tokenized assets is rapidly growing. Several major financial institutions have either launched or have disclosed an intention to actively pursue the development and utilization of blockchain networks to facilitate the tokenization and transfer of RWAs. For example, in March 2024, BlackRock announced the launch of Gov't, a fund that tokenizes U.S. treasuries. Digital asset firm Ripple has tokenized hundreds of millions of RWAs on the XRPL. And Goldman Sachs has announced several tokenization projects focused on real estate and money. And we know it's not just Ripple, it's HBAR, it's Stellar with the tokenization. Again, there will not just be one winner takes all. There may be a Mac Daddy of winners, which could be XRP and Ripple, but all of these projects are going to do well in the future tokenization environment and do well in general because they're strong and the projects and the teams behind them and who they're having partnerships with changes week by week. And that's why I say the market could change at a flip of the switch when some other news comes out. But with that, again, be safe, be confident, avoid the scammers, watch the scammers, do not talk, don't engage with the YouTube bots. Post your comments down below. Let me know how you're doing after that Sunday large dip. And with that, have a fantastic rest of your day, night, wherever you are at the time of when you're watching this. And we will see you next time. Zip is out.